All right, everybody, welcome back to the Whatever I Guess podcast.
Hey.
Yeah, we have a special guest this evening.
It's me.
Yeah.
I'm your special guest.
Exactly.
And then Jay's also your special guest.
Yeah, if you would like to introduce yourself here. No. Okay. So, Kyle here, we all went on a trip about, what, 2
weeks ago.
Weeks ago.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
It feels longer.
Yeah. We went to Vegas. Yeah.
Kyle, introduce yourself or sorry, I'm looking down. We have a little speaker. But yeah, introduce yourself, Kyle. Come on. That is accurate, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. So today we're gonna be going over some highlights and stuff that happen,
And lowlights.
and highlights and lowlights. We have some pictures for you guys. We may or may not be able to put some videos up for you, but we have a little baby slideshow
Yay.
that we can put up there. So yeah, as you can see, Vegas stuff. I don't know if you want to make sure that it's streaming for Kyle on Discord real quick, so that way you can keep up with it. But to start it off, really quick, because I don't have pictures of this, I flew in early to meet up with a couple of other people. I almost missed my flight.
Yo.
It was really hectic. They started calling my name on the overhead. They're like, it's Jay Eames report to the terminal. Your flight's about to leave in 5 minutes, Jay Eames. And then if you were in that, all you would hear is just me I was bringing a bunch of luggage. I was wearing sandals. Yeah, you just hear me going, and then you just hear flip-flops just the whole time. And people were just like looking at me and they're like, look at this guy. And I was just like, I'm happy that they're a lot faster with the security checks now, because I straight up would just miss my flight. If it was just a little longer, I was done
late,
for.
Or did you Uber late or?
No. So the thing is, I got there when I wanted to, but when I was doing my baggage check-in, I walked up to one of those terminals or whatever that they have in order to check in your luggage, and I'm sitting there for a long time trying to scan, I think, my passport or whatever I was using for it. And I was trying to scan like my ticket, and I was like, why isn't this working? I don't understand. It's just not doing anything. And instead of me moving to another one...
Oh, at the kiosk.
Yeah, at the kiosk.
Yeah.
Instead of me moving to a different one or something, I just stayed there until someone walked over, because I was like, I need help. And then they're like, what's up? And I'm just like, it's not working. Please, is there something wrong? And then they just take them in and they're like, this one just for some reason seems like it's not working for you, so you should go to a different one. And I was like, oh. So I unironically wasted almost 10 minutes doing that. And then, of course, as I'm doing that, the line gets longer to actually check your bags in.
Yeah.
And then it got to the point where I went to check my bag, and they're like, so this is 8 pounds overweight. Would you like to redo it? And I'm like, no. And they're like, oh, that'll be $100. I'm like, here you go. Here's $100 in my 58-pound bag.
It went farther than gambling. I'll say that. That $100.
I could have used that 100. I could have used it and lost it.
You don't know how important I am. I'm on the Whatever I Guess podcast.
Yeah, that probably would work. But I get in there. I'm sitting in between. I just end up sitting in between two guys. And then, we didn't say a single word the whole time.
Excellent.
At all. You know how it usually goes. I took a red eye. So it was like 5:15 when I left in the morning. It was packed. I was like, I'm leaving for LAX. I don't know what I expected. But, it's not exactly... It's pretty much a normal flight. A red eye, I guess, would be more like 4 in the morning, but
yeah,
I'm realizing I could try leaving even earlier next time, but I probably should have just left through Long Beach if I didn't want it to be as big of a deal. But
so this is like pre-Vegas vacation details right here. This is insane.
Yeah, so this is me meeting up with like a select few 4 people, which that was a shit show.
Meeting up with him.
Yeah, meeting up with him was a shit show.
Let me give the stream. Let me give everybody listening in like some details of the first time we went to Vegas as a group. Our good old friend, we'll call him James. That's what we'll call him. Our good friend James. He took a red eye from the East Coast to come to the essentially West Coast, right? And that man decided to take a red eye and land. You gain time when you come to the West. Bro took like a midnight flight, flew 5 hours, right? And then because of the time shift, I think he got here at 2 a.m. Pacific time, right? And he was like, what do I do in Vegas at 2 a.m. by myself? So he hangs around the airport. And then he said he got bored. And then he went outside at like 4 a.m. Well, when you do that, they don't let you back in the airport if you have no reason to be there, no ticket, no flight, whatever. So he couldn't get back in the airport when he was like, it's too hot. Let me go back inside. So he decided, he was like, I'm pretty tired. He slept on the floor in the street in Las Vegas. He just took a nap. And he's like hugging his bag. He's like on the floor. He's like cuddled up. And he slept like that until we fucking picked his ass up at a Walmart later that day. It was insanity.
Walmart adventure though. You can't leave that important part out.
I was leaving it for you, Kyle. That's what I was doing.
I love James. He's a swell guy. Fantastic fellow.
Yeah.
But decided after waking up from his lovely curbside nap
Yeah.
to go to Walmart and get an eye exam for the first time in his life.
Was that his actual first one?
Yes.
No way.
I believe that is the first eye exam he's had and the first pair of prescription glasses he's ever gotten in his life.
Everybody that lives in Virginia right now, get a fucking eye exam. He didn't wear them at all. He spent like $200 on glasses.
First time I saw him wear those glasses was this last trip.
Well, at least he's wearing them now.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't wearing them at the craps table, I can tell you that.
I think that might be why he's been losing his at the craps table.
Bro, oh my god. So yeah, as you can see, that was a prep before this trip. So we had 7 people on that trip.
That's just landing.
This trip, we ended up with, what, 13 people? 14 people on this trip. That's right.
14 chuckleheads.
14 people joining us for this one. So as you can see currently on your screens at home and here, this is just a little picture of a little thing that's set up for the Airbnb that we rented out.
Pretty big, actually.
Yeah, it was pretty
Bunch
big.
Of beds, yeah.
This was one of the first pictures that they showed us, and we took a picture of it. But wait, go back real quick. Yeah, we took a picture of it really quick, and I'm just like, listen, if you've ever seen, what is it, Inside by Bo Burnham, White Girl Instagram. This is this house, literally the aesthetic.
It's called Bohemian, first of all, and they used a light color palette.
Dude, the only thing it was missing is that like old shipwood bathroom.
Oh,
yeah.
You're right.
I don't know what it's called. But
Yeah.
It was just missing that.
With the white and yellow stripe towels. And
Yeah.
Mark, you're getting feedback through his mic from Kyle. You're getting an echo.
But
Yeah,
that's
so,
that.
Yeah,
Do you
that's
have any
that.
other shenanigans for like anything that you caught while I wasn't there? So I had a wedding. So they went out a few days before me. I had to go to a wedding on Sunday. Awesome wedding. Shout out to that couple if they're watching. What else? Yeah, so I was supposed to be there on Sunday, but I got there on Monday. Super fine. Drove by myself. Stopped at the Habit. We've made a habit. We've made a routine of every time we go out to or come back from Vegas, we get a milkshake. And one of our friends this trip did not want a milkshake, so I made sure we made a stop.
I got given multiple milkshakes from that same habit that was on the way.
We just punished that guy. Yeah, dude.
Oh,
That was good stuff. Stupid stuff. Just do it while you're bored, I guess.
Was there anything of note that happened in your car ride? Because I know you had a packed car, Kyle. So.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
So it was a rough start to the trip already. Because like the day before we're supposed to leave, right? We left Sunday.
Go back.
Saturday, the day before, I was like, hey guys,
Yeah.
I wanna make sure everybody's luggage fits. Let me come pick everybody's stuff up early. And I put in send in a text to everybody. I'm like, hey everybody, I'm gonna come pick up your stuff around like 5 o'clock.
Okay.
And they're like, all right, cool.
It's kind of a good idea.
Perfect. And then 5 o'clock rolls around. I have an errand to run, so I was like, I'm gonna leave at 5, go to the mall, pick up some stuff, and then everybody's in that area. We're all good. Send out the text. Hey, everybody ready? Start getting the text back. Nah, I'll just put your stuff in the car tomorrow. And I'm like, hey guys, I don't know if the day before, so we can actually make sure that we don't have to leave anybody's stuff behind.
Yeah, but we're dealing with those giggle champs.
But it's okay. It's fine.
Bruh.
I was just like, hey guys, it's cool. Just know if you have to carry your stuff, that's unfortunate. I don't know what to tell you. Mark.
You get any feedback from the speaker?
No, they can't hear Kyle.
Okay, just making sure.
No, they can't hear
Everybody's
Kyle.
stuff wasn't
Apparently they can't hear you.
that following morning. We left like
Apparently the what?
A little bit of sound, but very small.
God, what was it, like 7 o'clock? Something like that.
You got everyone in your car at 7? Bro.
Saying they can't hear
Hit the road by like
Can't hear
7:30.
Oh.
You hit the road by 7:30. Oh my god. Let's go back again, story time. Let's go back a little to the first time we went out to Vegas as a group, and I tried to get those same giggle champs that Kyle was getting in my car. And the story goes, everyone is ready but one person, and I will call that person Takuni Mario. If you the friends will know. He looks like Mario from like Nintendo in a certain outfit. Yeah, so we're trying to pick up this dude. He's the kind of person that would be like, nah, I'm just going to put my bag in your car tomorrow. And he's like, I'll be ready. I get to his house. It's like 7:40. I told him I would be late, right? I told him I'd be 10 minutes late. So I get to his house, 7:40. And he's like, waiting for my laundry. Waiting for your laundry. I remember the night before, he was like, we were on a midnight phone call together. And he's like, yeah, I'm just going to start my laundry right now. And I was like, oh, okay, perfect. You'll be up at, 7 and I'll pick you up at 7:30. And he's like, yeah, not a problem. How did his laundry take midnight to 7:40? What happened?
Dude, wasn't it like he had to do his laundry between like very specific hours or something?
Yeah. His mom has this routine, and like his mom's like, I need you to do laundry anytime after 9. So he knew that it had to be done after 9 p.m. and before like 9 a.m. That's just something she asked him to do. They have a certain schedule around the house, whatever.
Yeah, that's why you start at 12.
We had been like playing video games from the night before from like 6 p.m. to 10, and then we were just talking or whatever from 10 to 12. The whole time, he had known that he had to do laundry. He told me at midnight, I just got to finish this laundry and then I'll be ready. Like I'll pack it and then I'll be ready. Perfect, right? 7:40 the next day, right? I pull up to his house, text me, almost done with my laundry. I was just like, bro, what the actual fuck happened? And he's like, well, remember how I told you I had laundry? So I put it all in a basket, and then I started watching some YouTube videos. And that was the end of his story. He just started watching YouTube videos. He watched YouTube videos from 12 a.m. midnight to like 5:30 a.m.
Look, the big man loves his YouTube shorts.
and then started his laundry.
He loves his YouTube shorts.
I just want to, for everybody watching, this MF lives in that house. He knows. He knows. And we didn't even leave until, because he got his laundry out. He had to use the bathroom. Guess how long that took? I think we left at 8:45. We were legit sitting there in his parking lot for an hour.
I think it made
Jay can
perfect
attest
sense.
to that.
I think it made perfect sense. I mean,
Because we got to the
it made
habit at
perfect
like
sense.
11.
We use the habit as a timestamp.
That was
Yeah.
our first habit trip.
Yeah.
Dude,
So-
we actually.
I'm
we
not
actually
joking.
left-
We got to the habit at like 11:30.
We left so early that we actually couldn't go to the habit on the way out
No.
because they don't open till 10 a.m. And we passed by every like relevant habit
That's
on
tragic.
the way out there.
You just
before
broke my
10
heart a
a.m.
little.
And I was just like, I'm not even really mad about that. But what I am mad about, not mad, is getting to Vegas
That's good.
by 12, making really good time, and then finding out check-in's not till 4 p.m., so we have to find something to do for 4 hours with the car full of luggage, and 5 other people who we can't do anything with because they also have their luggage.
Yeah.
So showing up to the local
I
card
guess-
shop, playing Magic for 2 hours, which was nice.
Oh, yeah, hence the photo on the screen.
Yeah, hence the photo on the screen.
Yeah,
Chuckleheads
we're
buying
gonna.
magic cards on vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
It's time
um.
to buy Magic cards.
It actually is, especially when it's 115 million degrees in Las Vegas at any given point. That's insane. Yeah, like
Do you see it?
I remember,
Wait for Carlton. So.
Yeah. Okay.
the first time we went to Vegas too. I remember being like driving over to the magic shop near the last Airbnb that we had, and I was like, "Is it weird that we're going to a magic shop?" And I was like, I had realized I was up from gambling on that trip, and I was like, "No, it's not weird at all. I'm about to dump some money on some cards I've been wanting to get."
Mhm.
Man, we're on vacation. We're
That's what-
chilling.
That's why I
Yeah.
was like, should we be doing this? And I was like, yeah, we should definitely.
Yeah, and now that's also basically tradition because we went back to the same shop, and this time we were in Henderson, which is South Vegas.
Yeah.
This shop is in North Vegas, so we went from South Vegas to North Vegas with our luggage, which is on screen right now. You have one of our comrades on the trip, Electric Man. Electric Manual. He's currently a card
He's got
shopping.
a few names this trip.
Yeah,
does
he's
have-
a man of many
yeah,
names.
yeah.
He is a man of many
Yeah,
names.
this is also Captain Crash Out.
Yeah.
We'll get into
Eccentric
that.
man.
Yeah,
Eccentric manual.
yeah, eccentric manual.
King of the biracials himself. So magic
Wait,
became
he's
a tradition.
biracial?
I know. I couldn't. Yeah, I just.
Hashtag biracial in the chat.
Yeah, but honestly, at this point,
Do I hit him with the?
no. You fucking- So
I just got canceled.
you know, us posted up right now in
Wally Mart.
is that a Wal? That's a Home
No,
Depot.
that's a Home Depot.
Posted up at Home Depot. I definitely noticed.
No, I know why we're at Home Depot.
Yeah, I know. Do you want to tell them about it, or how we want to deliver this?
Look, I got a sensitive stomach, right? I got a sensitive stomach. And the boys were like, "Let's get pizza for breakfast."
To be fair, it was like 12. They were like one.
Yeah, boys on vacation. It's 12 is breakfast.
Yeah, which it is really good.
And look, I can't eat pizza anymore. It messes with me. Don't tell anybody I had pizza today at my niece's little birthday party before this. But anyway,
You
I was
know,
like, I really can't eat pizza. It's gonna mess with me.
This is
Surprised it's not
starting to
messing with
not
me
add
right now. What's up?
I was saying this is starting to not add up.
No, it's
You're telling me you had pizza today?
I had pizza today because that was the only thing that they had at the party. I had
I
salad.
don't know. Sounds fake.
Salad's pretty good. See, what happens is when you eat the pizza at the party, everything's fine.
It's about whether or not you can digest is all based on vibes. Like if
Yeah.
the vibe is there and you're at a party and you're supposed to have pizza, it's one thing. But if it's like the first meal of the day, breakfast, and the vibes are off, like the magic's kind of whack in the morning,
That's what I'm
you
saying.
just can't
You're
digest.
probably gonna
well.
eat it cold. It's not happy. You're not happy. All these things are happening, right?
Your gut bacteria hasn't properly adjusted yet.
No, you haven't had any yogurt yet. You're literally just raw dogging pizza into your stomach. Not good.
Raw dogging pizza. Oh,
Should I put this down?
Sorry,
Or?
hold on. I need some clarification. What is raw dogging pizza?
Yeah, raw.
Someone explain that.
Raw dogging pizza opening
Ooh.
near you.
raw dog pizza.
18 and older.
Honestly,
Visit the
we'll start a
Yeah.
Patreon.
So anyway, I opted to get anything else but pizza that morning. And I was excited. Little golden retriever Anthony getting breakfast. Mike. Oh, I didn't mean to name drop.
No, it's okay. That's okay.
Drop the mic.
It could be any Michael.
It could be literally any Michael that you've ever met
Yeah.
or not met.
Michael Jackson, Michael Bublé.
Yeah, it was Michael
Michael-
Jordan. I was with Michael Jordan, and he decided to get breakfast with me. So we hop in my car, and then it's a big car, and the garage door at this place is super quiet. And I saw it go above the windshield or the back window. And I pull out and I'm really excited. And the AC's blasting and I can't hear the door like at all. So once I see it go up, my mind is like, get on the road, right? Mike's watching me pull out because he's got to close the garage. And then I hear like a tick, like a subtle little plastic hitting something, and I'm like, oh no, I didn't. And then I hear across the top of the car, and I'm like, bah. And Mike is sitting there like. And he just starts dying. He just starts laughing so hard. And he comes over and he's trying to like, you can see him trying not to laugh hard anymore. And he's like trying to get himself together. He's like, it's bad. It's bad. And I get out and I was like, God damn it. So I get out and I look at this thing and like the nav system on the top of the car is completely ripped off. It's disconnected from the top of the car. And then there's just this huge paint, just solid scrape. From far left to far right across the top. And I'm sitting there going, I gotta pay for a garage and like lose a security deposit and this car and all that. And I'm like putting the numbers together and I'm like, worst case scenario, it's like a $4,000 job, $5,000. Like put it all together. New garage, labor, maybe $2,000, repaint the car's hood and everything, whatever, another $2,000 or $3,000. Boy, was I grossly wrong. So before we get into that, I find myself feeling like I just need to work with my hands, you know, and fix this garage.
Yeah, we're trying to go against like the people like the modern man doesn't know how to do anything. Listen, I'll tell you what. In that household, we formed a crack team of specialists. You know, from support staff to like hands-on people that we like had a whole committee, like everything. We like everything you would have needed. We had it there.
Subcommittee.
Yeah, we did actually. We had
And
people that
everybody was
just
named
watched.
Bob.
We had management.
Yeah, exactly, just management. Because I'm trying to remember what we were doing. I think people were just kind of playing some games that we brought, and like maybe some
We were
of us
just
were playing
waking up.
Magic.
We're literally just waking up.
We're just sitting there,
And they're like, "Let's get pizza, and we got to do stuff today."
And then I remember like Michael walked in or something, and he's just like, yeah, and he said it super casual too. He's like, yeah, so Anthony hit the garage door, and I'm like,
And I just walk in.
I was like, he hit the garage door. And he's like, yeah, I hit the garage door, and I'm like, oh, he's like, it's bad. I was like,
so
I'm like, oh,
we have James as a plumber. We have like a guy that used to do like
roofing
and stuff. So
His,
he knows
his name's
everybody knows how to use
Matthew,
tools.
aka Mateo,
Yeah.
aka Desperado, aka
We're really just dropping all the names. All right, so his address is, yeah, and I've worked in a race car shop with my uncle for like 10 or 15 years on and off. So we're all really good with tools. So I get the committee out, right? I get like, we're all union certified and like, and all that. So we're sitting there looking at like, this is twisted, this is bent, this got to be, this, L bracket's got to be put like this. And I'm like, all right, so I'm just going to dump a whole ton of money at Home Depot and Walmart and get tools and then hopefully return it all and get my money back. I just want for the record, I'm a good guy, right? I'm a good person. Kyle, vouch for me here.
Allegedly.
not me. Not me.
Yeah.
Just Kyle.
Nah.
Just Kyle.
And all I'm gonna say is
Yeah, Kyle.
allegedly.
Allegedly a good person.
Exactly.
So, we're doing all this stuff. And my first instinct is to like tell the owners, hey, we hit the garage. And then the committee was very convincing. And my wallet was crying. So I was like, let's fucking go. Let's just do it ourselves. And let's just suffice to say,
Bob the Builder type shit.
Yeah, here's how convincing the committee was, by the way. It was Anthony going, hey, we should tell the owners, and us just going, what if we try to fix it first? And then Anthony going, you know what, you're right.
like, they made a really good
We
argument.
have a high charisma stat.
Yeah, literally. They have 20s in their charisma and rolled 20s on that one.
Yeah, so of course, as you can see with the Home Depot post-up picture, that's why we were there.
Yeah.
And I think it's safe to say it was successful.
Fantastic. We did great.
Yeah.
Union certified, board certified.
We rolled deep. We just showed up to Home Depot. We're like, "Ayo, we're here with Anthony."
And all the returns went through at Walmart and Home Depot. So got my $250 worth of tools and supplies back.
One question for you real quick, Anthony. But
Oh,
I don't
yeah, of
think
course.
I ever asked. How fast were you pulling out of that garage?
Oh, dude, I remember how amped I was to go get like a nice breakfast. I hard tapped the accelerator. Not like floored it, obviously. I'm not a monster, but like I was like vroom, like, you know, I just wanted to get out of there. And then I
rev up those fryers, huh?
yeah, like I was amped. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. And then, but I was like, oh, I hit that fast, and I started hitting the brake and slowing down, and that's when I heard like like it was like a really sharp, like thud, and then the scrape, and then I was like, oh, yeah.
But
So
it all worked out. Now, on to another section. I believe we will have on the screen right now 3 rather dapper gentlemen.
dashing,
Dashing
Yeah.
even.
Yeah, we have
debonair.
We have mob boss Desperado on the right, Yakuza boss Mikey Mike on the left,
Yeah.
and man, you know, I didn't get a nickname on the trip, so I don't think
No name.
just
The artist
some-
formerly known as.
the artist formerly known as fill in the blank.
Yeah, exactly.
Put in any word you want.
So us leaving the parking lot, we're heading to Hell's Kitchen. You know,
Which
heading
Hell's
to
Kitchen?
Hell's Kitchen. Obviously just Hell's Kitchen, Las Vegas, Caesar's Palace. So this is us in the parking lot at Caesar's Palace. You know, the walking out. You know, a good shot of them walking. If you want to go to the next one, it's a very good trip. We all dressed up. We all dressed up pretty nicely. There should be one before that. Is there not one before that?
No, that's all right.
Really? What about after? Oh, well, then go back.
Oh,
Interesting.
Yeah, go back. Never mind. Okay, there's one with Anthony mimicking Caesar, which was a pretty good picture. I was just gonna throw it in there, but it's okay. It's not there. So I guess we're gonna just skip straight ahead. Go back. Yeah. As you can see, whoever that gentleman is with those nice glasses and a pretty nice
Coral.
Yeah, I know. A nice bright red, like almost coral-esque jacket. He looks off in the distance. He looks like he's contemplating something. Slightly disappointed, slightly content. That's like everybody mostly in our group is there, right? Like Alcara's looking to the side, you know. I can't tell you to look at me or not.
We're really just name dropping.
Yeah, all of that to be said, several months ago, everyone's like, "Oh, we should go somewhere to eat." I'm like, "Yo, we can go to Hell's Kitchen." Everyone's like, "Yeah, let's go to Hell's Kitchen."
Like 6 or 8 months.
yeah.
Like we planned this.
This trip's been planned for a while now. So again, to around 2 months ago, I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna make the reservations now." I'm like, "Okay, there's a good amount of reservations. We're gonna do it at I don't know. I think it was like 7:30. 7:30 reservation, Hell's Kitchen. It's gonna be great. We can dress up real nice. We'll show up, whatever." So we show up. We're outside Hell's Kitchen. We go in, and I'm like, "All right, boys, you ready? We're gonna eat Hell's Kitchen. It's gonna be great." I walk up, and I'm like, "Hey, so we have a party of 12 here for 7:30 for Jay." And then they look for a bit, and they're like, "Do you have a confirmation number?" And I was like, "Yeah." They're like, "Well, we don't see you." And I'm like, "Okay." And I show them it as they're telling me that, and they're like, "Yeah, you're not on the reservations here." And I'm like, "What do you?" I'm like, "I did this 2 months ago. What are you talking about? I'm not on the reservation. This is right here." And they're like, "No. That's one's at Caesar's Palace, which is the one that you know where Caesar's Palace is, right?" And I'm like,
We just walked out of Caesar's
I'm like,
Palace.
"Yeah, we just walked through Caesar's Palace to get to Hell's Kitchen." I'm like, "What do you mean we passed by this other Hell's Kitchen that's Hell's Kitchen Pub and Grill that's inside Caesar's Palace?" And
It's Gordon Ramsay's Pub and
yeah,
Grill.
Gordon Ramsay's Pub and Grill.
They
And
gypped him.
even one of our people on the trip, Alberto, he mentioned, he's like, "Oh, is this it?" I'm like, "No, of course it's not this one. We're going to the other Hell's Kitchen." No. Turned out when I went to the website to do the reservations, it links the ones that are all similar to it. If they don't have that, they don't have the reservations at that time. I didn't read it, and I just clicked it and made the reservations for it. So that was the one that we went to.
He in his defense, he did show us the website that he went to. And it was actually pretty confusing. And you would think that, I don't know, like a successful chain would be very straightforward, but maybe they know that they get a lot of traffic too, so
See,
I don't know.
There's a couple things, right? First one, I want to add, Jay, you weren't in my car on the way there, but I did make a joke. I was like, man, wouldn't it be really funny if Jay accidentally made a reservation at the wrong restaurant?
Yeah, it would be pretty funny.
Hell's Kitchen. It brings up every Gordon Ramsay restaurant that's in Vegas.
yeah,
And
there's
I'm
like
like,
3,
huh.
right?
I think there's like 5.
Oh,
Yeah.
There's like Hell's Kitchen. There's a pub and grill. There's one that's just straight up called like fish and chips. One I
Okay.
think that's called steak, and one that's called burger. And then I don't know if there's one more.
Damn, I look defeated in that picture.
Yeah. You
James-
ready to just go home.
Jay's like,
Oh my god. And then Andy's wearing the Guy Fury. he looks like
dude.
he's almost escorting me away. Do you see that?
oh my god.
Damn.
Yeah, okay, everybody, I'm just because we're dropping names, that Andy guy on the left with the flame shirt, that's the motherfucker that doesn't know how to do his laundry, okay? That's the guy that keeps me up at night.
Look at him.
Raging.
Look at him. That's a man who knows how to do laundry. Look
That's
at that
Takuni Mario himself with
Look at
with
that
glasses
shirt.
on.
shirt. It is literally fire.
Yeah, it
Does
is
not
literally
get
fun.
better.
Also, by the way, in this picture, Anthony is not in it because we just kind of walked out immediately. I didn't know that Anthony went to the bathroom, so Anthony is currently not with our group in this picture,
It's
and I
funny.
have no idea. We get like almost back into Caesar's Palace before someone's like, "Are we gonna wait for Anthony?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" And then I look around. Oh, he's not here. Like, no, he's back in Hell's
It was fine.
Kitchen.
This guy opened the bathroom behind me, and I was like, just in case the guys leave or something, I should probably peek. And I'm like washing my hands, and I see the whole group leave, and I'm like, I'm glad I did that. And then I'm like, I walk back.
Oh my god. But yeah, so if you want to go to the next one, we go to the pub and grill. It's the same. It has basically a majority of the same stuff as the other one. The other one has like more selections, but this one still has the beef Wellington. It still has like majority of the stuff. This place apparently is known for the beef Wellington and the fish and chips.
I was
which-
so pissed because we looked so damn good, and everybody sitting next to us was wearing like shorts.
yeah. Yeah, it's
okay.
unfortunate. To be fair though,
that would've-
a lot of the people at the regular Hell's Kitchen weren't really
Yeah.
dressed up either.
It was like a widespread.
Yeah.
Interesting.
People dressed really nice, and I remember looking, and I think I saw a dude in like shorts and a wife beater, and I was just like,
Bruh.
I get it.
It
It's
is
Vegas.
Vegas.
It's hot, but I'm also like, man, maybe we are overdressed, but we look damn good. So
Yeah,
I
we
don't
look
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah, but and the best part is, I mean, no matter what, we're walking around Vegas, we're dressed like that. People aren't going to question it. They're just going to be like, "Oh, those guys must be doing something important." Us going to like Shake Shack.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we must be doing something important. Straight up just handing the dealers $500 because we know we're just going to lose it anyway.
So, disembodied voice of Mark. What am I looking at here? What did you get at the pub and grill?
Those are fish and chips.
Those are fish and chips?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are wow.
I got the burger.
You just got the burger?
You guys had the steak. I
The
got
beef Wellington.
burger.
Yeah.
Beef Wellington?
Yeah, we had
Oh,
I
that's
think
right,
majority
that's
of us got
right.
the beef Wellington.
Beef Wellington was so good.
You'll see a beautiful hand from a lovely hand model.
Yeah. Honestly,
Yeah, Kyle's sitting
send
there.
your sponsorship deals now. Go ahead, DMs for our boy Kyle at some Kale. At some Kale on a majority of social media platforms. I think. I know at least Twitter. I know at least
Yeah,
Twitter.
I was like, that's
One day-
definitely my Twitter.
Yeah, one day we'll make sure we'll have all that stuff ready for you guys. But so a majority of us had the beef Wellington. I want you to know something. I am that guy. I am that person in your closet. I am that person under your bed. That person that you feel, or that feeling you get when you're going up the stairs and you turn the lights off while you're running up the stairs and you're trying to like run away from the night when you were a kid. That's me. Yes, I like my steak well done. I do.
Oh, yeah, you are that
I
guy.
do.
Yeah.
Beef Wellington, I was like, I'm not gonna get it well done, even though I know how I like it. I'm gonna get it the way that it normally is.
He
And
likes it
was
under
good.
the bed, apparently.
Yeah, I like it. I like my steak under the bed.
Are you even allowed to like ask for it cooked a different way? 'Cause
Yes.
They just told me, they were like, yeah, it's cooked medium rare. Is that fine?
That's
And I was
ideal.
like, if I say no, are you gonna tell me I can't have it or something?
She's gonna pull out like their belt and start beating us. So apparently you can get it changed. I can't remember who. Someone else at the table said that they got theirs different. So Yeah, when I got mine was not medium rare, by the way. If that's how it normally is served, mine was fucking not medium rare. Or maybe it was. Jesus Christ. All I know is this. It was good despite that fact, even though I really don't like my steak like that. But it was also a lot heavier than I thought. It was just like a solid lump.
It's a big old pocket.
It's just like
of filet
it's a
mignon.
lump if you haven't seen it before.
Yeah, it's the whole fillet.
Yeah, exactly. Whole fillet covered in bread. And I was like, oh, there's a very small amount of mashed potatoes with it and like some vegetables.
It's not covered in bread.
the mashed potatoes.
Laced dough.
Yeah, laced dough.
It is puff pastry.
It's a puff pastry. Yeah.
Pastry.
But
Bread.
Their
This
own
guy.
Wellington, I would know.
It's like
so
rice has starch. It's bread.
the mashed potatoes that came with it was also fantastic, but
Yes,
it was
they
to
were.
the point where like it was so heavy that I was like, I can't even eat all of this. So I ate half of it. And then our friend Michael next to us, the Yakuza boss, he finished his entire thing insanely fast. And then I'm like, I don't think I want to finish this. And I also don't want to like bring it back to be leftovers because I don't feel like it would be as good. I'm like, do you want it? Michael's like, yeah, I'll just eat it right now. And then he ate someone else's, right? Did he eat yours? Who did he?
No,
ate
I
mine,
offered mine, and then I was like, actually, I might throw an egg on it because of how breakfast was going for me.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll throw an egg on it and have it for breakfast.
Yeah, okay. So Michael ate mine like that too.
Right after Michael said, yeah, that was really heavy.
Yeah, no, exactly. he was like that.
He
was
just
really heavy.
manhandled a second.
And then he just ate it immediately. Like he ate it all like that. And I was like, damn. I'm like, because I already ordered like my dessert and I ordered a side. So I'm like, I can't eat all of this stuff. Like I need like it's already hitting my stomach like a rock. If I'm gonna eat the other stuff, I can't.
The filet was amazing. The sides were great. The dessert was really good. A lot of people loved the dessert. For me, it was a little too sweet, but it was really, really, really good. Jay apparently had a life-changing experience with dessert.
Look, Jay, did you even try the toffee pudding?
I didn't try the toffee pudding.
You're a fool and a madman.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say. That dessert changed my life. I will drive to Vegas tomorrow just to go get more.
Kyle,
It was that good.
I want you to know it's the same thing. I would drive
so
with you
happy
to
Kyle
Vegas
liked
to
that.
specifically not get the toffee and get that goddamn cake again. That shit was
Just
great,
charge you for it.
dude. It not only that, it looked beautiful. I
did.
took a
It
picture
did.
of it and posted on Instagram, and I don't do that with my food. That's how nice it looked. Unfortunately I don't have the picture here.
Jay's a changed
But-
man.
I didn't even actually see what it looked like ever. All I remember was walking over and seeing a completely cleared plate
Yes.
with just the like
With a little
remnants
kiss
of
stain on it for
And
me.
I was
Yeah.
just like, yeah, Jay, how was it? And he just looked at me and was just like, might have been the best dessert I've ever had in my life. And I was just like, Jay doesn't say that often, so I'm inclined to believe him.
Oh,
It makes me
was-
want to go back just to try it.
It was
honestly.
fantastic. If you held a gun to my head and you said, Jay, when you go back there, when you get dessert, you have to get the toffee instead of the cake, I tell you to pull the trigger. And the best part is I haven't even tried the toffee. It might be worth it. I'm still telling you to pull the trigger.
Look, after such a heavy meal to go into like it was an ultra sweet dessert, the toffee thing, like not my ideal pairing, but it worked. It was really good. I just wasn't for me. Like I think what it was is the steak was perfect. I would have just rather had the steak and then some steamed vegetables, and then they gave us mashed potatoes with this like super thick gravy. That gravy was the thing that made it too heavy for me. Like with the mashed potatoes,
Did it go
they're
with-
very buttery.
They gave it with gravy?
or it's like a
The
it's like a
sauce?
wine sauce, but
Yeah.
it was like
Yeah.
it was way thicker than a wine sauce. It was really really thick and red and brown and
I
anyway.
think that's intended for the Wellington portion though, and not for the potatoes.
I guess I just didn't eat it together like that because they drizzled it on my potatoes.
Bro, that
mostly.
also, the
I
carrots
ate
and
it.
horseradish disguised next to each other.
Oh yeah,
That was brutal.
They like super boiled the horseradish so it was palatable, but yeah, that was not something I expected.
I
Yeah,
enjoyed
it is-
I thought it was a good little cut to the richness of the meat.
Yeah, I thought the horseradish. I was expecting it to be like one of the like different colored carrots because I was like, oh, this is obviously carrot, and then this is cut the exact same as the carrot. So I bit into it like a bunch of people at the table did apparently, and
We all got surprised.
Surprise horseradish.
I will say, yeah, just for me, I wish I would have had something a little lighter for dessert. Not so much sugar personally, but like I would have eaten that toffee cake any day of the week. It was pretty good.
Was it amazing, life changing?
8 out of 10, but really solid 8 out of 10.
Yeah. So at the end, Mark, how was your burger? At least
It's pretty good.
it's pretty good. Well,
What would you rate?
you guys, yeah. How would you
give
rate?
us a rating?
Burger out of 10.
Burger out of 10.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Burger out of 10.
You Gordon Ramsay. Yeah. Just gotta tell you, it was pretty good. So
You're doing it right.
make sure you sponsor us. So this is the proverbial picture I was talking about. Looks very staged, very demure, very mindful. And honestly, that picture does bang. Look at the way that the jacket's flowing off. Anthony, you're just replicating Caesar.
Yeah, your boy was wearing a baby blue. Yep. I
Yeah,
don't know what else to say.
it's pretty good.
Kyle had the burgundy. Jay had the coral red. Was there any other? What else do we have? Mike had the dark blue.
darker
He was
blue.
killing that dark blue. He had these shades
He was.
on.
Emmett had the green.
I wish we had a full picture of Mike from the front because
There is a picture.
Understand that Yakuza boss Mike. It's just it's a
Oh,
good look.
actually, here I'll try to get it on the stream right now. I'll send it to Mark on Discord. But
Yeah, send it on.
Yeah,
Discord.
yeah.
We.
We'll send it to Jacob.
Yeah.
yeah,
So yeah, I just thought this is a pretty good picture. This is us like venturing through Caesar's Palace. We tried to gamble for a bit. It was dog shit. Don't gamble at Caesar's Palace. especially if
emphasis
you-
on tried.
Don't gamble at Caesar's Palace unless you want to like just spend a bunch of money because they're lower stakes tables and stuff like that. It's pretty high and like I saved up plenty of money to gamble with, but there's a difference between going for a long time to gamble with a bunch of money and leaving room to be stupider with your bets, and then there's like you're just spending a lot of money per bet. So I personally go to Vegas to just stay and play for a while with the gambling. So me personally, I'm not really doing $50 minimum bets, but at the tables, right? We don't really play slots. I don't play slots. So Caesar's Palace, cool to walk around. Not my favorite place to gamble, that's for sure.
If you're in Vegas, like especially if you haven't gone, Caesar's Palace, like you have to walk through the lobby. It's just so awesome and epic. Same with is it the Bellagio with the
Yeah.
wall? Yeah, they have like the gondolas. They have the indoor shopping. It's very like Romanesque. It's very nice. You definitely got to do it.
Yeah.
For all the people that know what those places are like.
Do you have another thing
that
for
is
us,
what a lot
Mark?
of the-
Golden
for
Nugget?
pictures? Golden
That's what a
Nugget.
lot of the sightseeing is.
Bro,
for Vegas,
oh
right?
my
Is just checking
god.
out the,
I will talk about that once we get to the tier list section, but dude, Golden Nugget this time.
Rough. We didn't
Yeah.
strike gold at the Golden Nugget.
Yeah,
I didn't go.
I was
I
just
didn't go either.
Because that's on the other side of town too.
yeah. It was just. It wasn't like necessarily the Golden Nuggets' fault. It was just. I mean, technically it is.
No,
but,
it's the
like,
Golden Nuggets' fault.
Yeah,
It's the Nuggets' fault.
it's true. All right.
We had a good time there the first time around. Second time, I was just like, I don't know, man. The Nugget?
Yeah. So just to
Oh,
preface,
this is an interesting night.
just to preface, I wasn't here for this.
a night.
I had
Yeah.
left with a small elite task force.
What was your task?
Our task was to fucking lose a bunch of money
How'd you do?
at the
Did you complete your task?
MGM Grand or MGM Park.
Accomplished?
Oh my
Mission definitely accomplished. We went in there with one purpose only, and we executed it to the T.
That's what I was saying. Just hand the dealers your money. Make it easy when you're
Yeah.
down.
Just hand them the money and then be like, no matter what happens, just pretend like we're playing for the next hour.
We should have been waiting there for when you guys got back to give you guys your purple hearts,
Yeah, and honestly,
Bruh, no, I
Medal of
deserve a
Honor.
Purple Heart for how many shots I took.
Jesus Christ.
I-
Yeah. What
Oh my
happened during
God.
this?
Oh, okay.
You want to know what happened during this? Total and utter chaos happened during this. This is
This
a
is the
night
start.
to
This is-
remember
This is the start.
in just the worst way.
Was this
We're
the
just
same
hanging out.
night that we played Secret Hitler?
We played Mafia.
Yeah, we
Or
played
Mafia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, oh, this was
Yeah,
such
so
a
it
good
was
night,
like-
dude.
It was like we played Mafia till like 12, and then you guys left to go gamble with your elite task force of superior gamblers, and the rest of us. I don't know. Can we call ourselves fools, Anthony, for not going to gamble?
No, I enjoyed this night thoroughly for a couple of reasons. I don't know if you'd like me to mention them now or later. I'll let you decide.
You mentioned them whenever you want.
Maybe if Mark can figure it out, because we weren't able to get set before, but I know there's the videos on the far right screen behind that stuff. I don't know if you want to see if you can get the video footage, the raw footage of some of the stuff that went on. There's a lot of shaky cam, just so you know.
Such a good. It's like a Michael Bay.
When you have people,
Not Michael Bay. What's the
Is
Cloverfield?
all the footage from the Electric Man himself?
No, I don't think not all.
No,
of it.
we don't. I don't have all of his.
I think
right
it's
now.
all from
Okay.
Alcaro.
Yeah, right now we have the
like-
Alcaro
I was
perspective.
like, if it's all from Electric Man's perspective, yeah, it's definitely gonna be some shaky cam because that man was dancing for like 3.5
Are
hours.
you looking for it, Mark? You're gonna have to go to this PC, go to desktop.
Bro was shaking so much ass, and
Yeah, he was, and
I'm
he almost
I'm
fell
glad he had a good time.
every single time.
Dude, he
Oh, you can
he
minimize
almost
full-
fell.
Here.
He tried to dive for the ping pong ball and almost like hit his head on the couch. It was a little sloppy towards the
And
end.
then me, not drinking a lot, decided to give him like I don't drink a lot in general. I maybe have a cocktail like every 3 or 4 months,
allegedly.
depending on the occasion. And I decided to give this man ice cold bottle of water after a night of debauchery, and I made him projectile vomit across the couch. He didn't hit the couch, thankfully, but he slept in that vomit.
Yeah. Yeah, that
He-
man was.
He was blacked out at that point. He yacked, and then he like decided to sit on the ground in the puddle. I don't know why, and he head down in a bucket, and then I guess he just knocked out like that, which is ideal.
Yeah.
If you get drunk, never fall asleep laying down, please. So it was actually ideal. Yeah.
Well, you could fall asleep laying down. Just make sure you're laying on your side.
Yeah, so you
That's
don't
how you
choke
wanna-
on it. Yeah.
Yeah. that's
So
how you wanna
it
sleep.
funny stuff. But
Yeah.
Mafia was hilarious. To quote a friend of mine who was on the chopping block, good old Kalella, right? So our friend Kalella, he's getting reamed.
The Montalian
The
Stallion.
Montalian. Did you know that Bozeman, Montana is a city in Montana?
Yeah, that's true.
Is a capital of something.
It's right next to Big Sky. Very nice destination location. Yeah, this dude, he's our one of our financial advisors on the trip. We actually had wings of the house, so we decided to name them. We had the interns, we had IT.
Yeah, we
and
had the IT department.
We had
in
the
one wing.
financial. We had the financial wing. We had financial west and financial east and west. Yeah. I was financial west. Yeah, he and I are both in finance, and like 3 people are in IT, so it's kind of funny. But yeah, Seth, very mild mannered, very like he's chill. We're playing Mafia, and he's getting into it. He's like, no, this guy and this guy, they're after me. And do we have the video of the clip, or do I have to just straight quote this guy?
I guess you know what I think we might make a just separate like analysis video
Oh, okay.
of those things because there's just so much. There's so much we have to go over.
He is
There's a lot
raging.
going on in those.
And it just gets funnier and funnier, and he's like pantomiming this stuff at the same time that he's saying it. Oh, it was such a good night. And then we got into drinking, and that is when I brought up the whole like I don't drink much. That's when I decided I was like, I want to see how drunk I can get, and I want to see what it does. I don't really get why people get drunk, I guess. So I was like, let's test this hypothesis out. Let's see what happens. After 17 shots and 2 hours, people were telling me, Anthony, you're really not much different. And I was like, well, that was anticlimactic. But I'm glad. I'm glad I don't have to start fights or anything like that. I know some people that have done that. Not at the trip, but I've met some aggressive people that drink and get weird. But yeah, I don't know.
There's-
I'll never get that
there's
drunk
always,
again. My whole body was tingling. Like, entire body was tingling. Never again.
Yeah.
That's how you know you hit a peak drinking experiences. You know, you felt like you were ascending to a new plane.
Actually.
and,
Ascending?
you know, you were having
From the Discord that he sent?
a debatably good time.
It was a really good night. I can't lie. I also played Rocket League, like 15 shots deep. And I was winning
okay.
my ranked games in
It's okay.
Rocket League.
It's
So
okay.
at the end of the day, all I can say is, it's not me. Y'all suck.
You
I
hit the flow state. You were just so relaxed.
I became water.
I didn't finish the ranked placements for Kyle's Ryu on Street Fighter.
Yeah,
Upsetty.
you know, you'll have next year to do that because I don't play that character.
Okay, cool.
Look at you. Yeah.
I got it. But yeah, so I guess to wrap it up, honestly, the last day-ish. Oh, we went to the Eptic show.
Yeah, we went to the Epic show. That was all because of me for sure. I'm a big Epic fan. For those of you guys in the chat who don't listen to Epic, go listen to him. Epic, Spider Mike, whatever he wants to call himself today.
Spider Mike.
Big dubstep artist. He's doing his first. I don't know why I'm freaking giving this dude a massive shout out. Like we're sponsored by him and he paid for ad space or something. But you know, I'm just a fan. But he's doing a big tour right now. It's I think his first headline tour or something. Most of the music he plays is his own, and then most of the visuals he did basically himself.
Yeah, he actually posts a lot of it too on his
really-
Instagram. Really
Yeah,
good.
really good time.
Really good.
Really good set. The biggest downside was that it was outside in Las Vegas, so it was still 95 degrees at 11 o'clock at night.
I had
But-
6 water bottles.
Yeah, dude. Freaking.
I spent $80 on water then.
It was pretty. It
I'm
was hot.
surprised I did not pass out
Yeah.
because I was going so hard during Epic set, and all I felt was just every drop of sweat leaving my body, and I still woke up the next day completely okay.
I just want to throw this out there for people watching as well. Kyle said before we went to this concert, do not get me near a mosh pit.
I did
At
say
all.
that.
0.
I did very much say that.
Mm.
Yes,
With
sir.
the death in his eyes, grab you by the shirt kind of intensity. A mosh pit opened up
Yes,
the
sir, I
second
did.
Eptic set started.
Okay. it
And
was
the
like a
first
few
thing that
songs-
happens is
It was
Kyle
a few
jumps
songs
in
okay.
pre-mosh.
Look.
He's the first person to
was-
run into this mosh pit.
It was an opportunity that I was like, I gotta take it. I don't ever mosh. I don't really like moshing. If that's your thing, good for you. For me though,
That was my first mosh too. It was
I'm not
great.
trying to get randomly punched by somebody who doesn't, really know what they're doing.
Why not?
But Eptic has a track. It's called Wall of Death, and I was like, I gotta participate. I gotta do it. And you know what? I had a good time.
I did too.
I almost bit the farm for sure when I jumped and got pushed midair. And
Jay almost
flew
crunched
across
his
the grass.
$200 glass.
Mm-hmm.
But
He just got.
There's a chick that
Just got him.
there's a chick
I
that
was like-
fell. There's a chick that fell over. Literally, pretty almost at the beginning of the mosh.
Yeah.
This chick got knocked over, which again, ladies be extra careful in a mosh. Most guys are definitely pretty nice about it, but once people get drinking too much and they're just significantly bigger than you, you just gotta be careful in there. And she fell over. Another person fell over her. I fell over both of them when that happened, and then this was the start, and then a bunch of people fell over.
It
But
was
when I
literally
fell
the
over,
start.
I was like, yeah, so I'm not trying to land on these people or do anything. So as I'm falling over off of one foot, I launch myself a bit. Glasses fall off. I turn. I land. I get up immediately, grab my glasses immediately, and then I just kind of move away. And then I look back, and there's just 5 people on top of each other, and I'm like, Thank God, because I'd be really mad if I lost my new glasses to that.
I took one step.
Gee.
Some dude put his hand on me. I turned back, and I get tabletopped. As I'm like turning around, and I get tabletopped. I almost fall over, and I don't know, my leg was just in the right spot at the right time, and I caught myself, and I got back up, and I see Jay like dying on the side, and I was like, my man's. It was funny.
There's
And then we
supposed
lost
to be,
Emin.
like-
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we lost
for like
them.
5
There's
minutes.
supposed to be like good mosh etiquette where like if
Yeah.
somebody falls over something, like everybody kind of supposed to pause, help them up,
And they
get
did.
them out of the way if need. But like, I didn't really see as much of that happening this time.
I immediately
But-
got pulled up. They pulled me up before I even noticed.
Yeah.
Somebody was like,
Okay, for sure.
a guy grabbed my shoulders on the ground, and then like I threw my hands up. I was like, oh okay, and then like another guy out of nowhere came over and pulled me up.
Yeah,
and I was like, yo, this is great.
They started pulling people off of the girl and the other people when the
Yeah.
dog pile happened immediately. So, people aren't trying to kill you in a mosh pit most of the time. So
They're
there's
trying to
always
have a
some
good
random dickheads though that are like drunk or something, and like it happens at all of them. But
Usually those people get I don't know, what's the nice way of saying it? They get handled if they're doing
Oh
stuff
dude,
like that.
one guy got handled in there. Holy,
Yeah.
they had like
People don't play around.
no, they had like 3 security guards go over to this group. Yeah, it was wild. I didn't even see what they did. It's just these dudes were bulldozing the crowd to get to this group. It was insane.
oh no! Are you talking about when they were getting the girl that passed out?
Oh,
That's
it
what
was
you're
a
talking
medical
about.
thing.
Yeah, it was medical.
Oh
That's why
no,
they were
I thought it
doing
was
that.
that.
security.
No, I
guards.
remember when they carried the chick out. Okay,
I
if
didn't
it's-
see them carry
listen,
anybody.
Listen. All
I
you
just
people
saw 'em
out there,
bulldozing.
guys, girls, girlies, guys. Listen, you go to a concert. It's hot. It's Vegas. Like we said, it's 95 degrees. Drink water. Eat food. Very, very essential things. Very simple things you can do. I don't care how much you want to pregame and you want to like make it more effective on an empty stomach or whatever. I don't-
Electrolytes.
You need these
Water.
things to not pass out. Now, granted, don't know exactly what was going on with this girl that they just rushed in and carried out, but a lot of times it's usually related to that. Don't do drugs. Drink water. Eat food.
I remember.
Have a good time. There you go.
I think it was the first time I went to Hard or something, or the second time I went to Hard. First time. I only went once. I don't remember, but I remember a girl died that year. That was like the first death at Hard Summer, and it was literally because she was dehydrated. And like that, the year that I went was the same year that they had like, I mean, I'm sure they had it before, but they just had free water stations, and they had like an unlimited amount of cups that was always there. Like the whole day they had cups. So I was like, what's the excuse? What's
Yeah.
the excuse?
Yeah. Even though they were overcharging us for water, but that's a different story. I guess going back.
Complaining.
No offense to the chick at Hard and her family. It's just like they had literal hoses for people if somebody was using the water fill station.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
they're filtered hoses, but like there's literal hoses. I was like, damn,
Yeah.
they had this situation on lock.
Be smart, guys.
Be
Be smart. Look out for each other. But
Take care of yourself.
Be dumb within reason.
yeah, exactly, within reason.
Yeah. Remember, guys, that a lot of these artists will come back to this area.
Yeah.
It's okay if you miss 5 minutes of their set. It's all right. Take care
Yeah.
of yourself.
So I guess for the next thing we have some pictures up here. They're the highly requested, highly touted front shots of Yakuza boss Michael.
Dude, this
we have a very
Vans was looking so sharp that day.
yeah we have a very nice picture of 2 people on the podcast. You can guess who they are, and again Michael. There's some nice stuff going on right there. It looks good, looking good.
I don't want to spoil it, but it's definitely a photo of Mike, Jay, and then Jay again.
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
Did you know Jay's biracial?
What?
I had no
He
idea.
is?
No. If I am biracial, that makes Emin my king.
He's also tricycle.
Tricycle. Tricycle.
have,
Dude, look at why does Shannon look like he's done some hard time? You see that?
Man formerly known as James, his real legal name is Shannon.
Look,
And that's
okay.
Shannon, our bald king.
Damn.
In reference to
Shaved
to
bald.
Shannon looking like he's done hard time, the way he eats his broccoli, he might as well have done hard time. I don't know what else to say.
The
about
single hardest thing about the first trip we had to Vegas
that. Oh, God.
is is the broccoli conundrum. Kyle, would you like to
just-
enlighten them?
I'm so physically hurt to this day by having to
We
hear
were-
that sentence.
We were
with
at
my own
Nobu.
ears. We are at a, you know, what is Nobu, like 5-star restaurant? You know, all your plates, like the end of your bill per person is usually like 150 to like 250 a person, depending on what you get, right? You're paying a lot for your food. It's good Japanese fusion.
By the way, they
And-
serve fish there.
Yeah, who would have thought, right? The Japanese fusion restaurant serving fish.
Oh my god.
Oh God. But this man, while we're sitting there eating, we're talking about everybody, the way they like their food. You know, he had some comments. He had some concerns.
What was one of
If
those
you
concerns,
will.
Kyle?
And first off, this man says that one of the desserts we had isn't as good as the chocolate lava cake from Chili's. Now,
I
I'm a man
forget
who-
that one
I-
every time.
I enjoy Chili's. I like a good little trip to Chili's every now and
Chocolate
again.
lava
Chili's
cake.
is it bad? But like
From Chile.
the chocolate lava cake from Chili's is better than the desserts at Nobu.
He's like,
I can let that statement go a little.
he's
bit.
like, it's
crazy.
fudgier.
It's crazy to say, but like I can kind of let that go because I'm just like, you know, everybody's got their little preference. Dessert is a bit more of a unique experience. But the broccoli take, I could never let go. This man said the best way to enjoy broccoli is steamed to almost mush,
Yeah,
with
overcooked
no
broccoli.
seasoning
Nope.
whatsoever.
No
And
butter.
we're
No
"That's
butter.
crazy.
No
butter,
seasoning.
nothing? Yeah, and he was like, no, nothing.
No butter.
Steamed
No.
to almost mush. No butter. No seasoning.
This is
just
actually,
mush broccoli.
if I'm
Which,
allowed to say this,
Ew.
this was actually, you could see it in Kyle's eyes from across the table. Kyle collected himself. He was like, Kyle, that literally started Kyle's villain arc. Kyle, and I quote, said, Shannon, I think that is the hottest take. It was the hottest take.
Just
I-
in
I-
just in
yeah,
general,
a
the
year-
hottest.
Yeah, I was like a year later. I still have not heard a hotter take.
To this
Time
day.
has passed. To
Overcooked,
this day,
mush,
I still have
unseasoned,
not
unbuttered
heard-
broccoli.
I'm not gonna lie,
Hotter
I never thought I would hear something that would ever rival my opinion on Ogden being in B tier 7 years ago.
Look,
But
look, you were cooking back then a little bit, you know.
What even is Smite 1?
Shannon was not.
yeah.
Shannon refuses to cook in
He
fact,
was overcooking.
as you can tell with his lack of seasoning ass broccoli. Like
Yeah.
I
So
could go on for this for hours. I will say one last thing though. You know when you're like on a trip or you're by yourself, you have a lot of time and you got nothing but the thoughts in your head, and a lot of people they be thinking about all sorts of stuff. Almost every time, his broccoli take pops into my head. He does live in my head rent free.
Kyle's actually been cursed.
It has killed me. It has ruined me.
You should get a tattoo.
it's what is underneath Kyle's bed, what's in his closet, what chases him up the stairs when he turns the lights on.
It's seasonless broccoli.
Oh.
The thing that overcooks his
Hey,
steaks.
but we managed to convince Shannon to buy a new Magic the Gathering deck that already was popping off a bit better than his other one.
Dude, no,
So-
we didn't convince him to do anything. That man is a madman when it comes to Vegas and his money.
and game strategy.
True. But yeah, he was already enjoying it more. But I guess to wrap it all up, as you can see, we are experienced in Vegas, you know, before even our like friend trips and like other things like that. So for all of you at home, we have a very comprehensive, very highly analyzed, detailed, extravagant, serendipitous tier list that we're gonna do for you guys. It's kind of tradition at this point to wrap this up. Things to do in Vegas is what the tier list is about. So, you know, we have here an S tier, very demure. Then we have A tier, A, great time. And then B tier, we have bueno, it's good. C tier, we have
Canes?
Dude,
Dude, Canes is not even C tier. Okay, I have one mini gripe about Canes. If you guys like batteries sold separately toys, that's what you're getting. That's what you're getting when you eat at Canes. It's literally seasoning sold separately.
Look,
Fried fucking
different
chicken.
Different tier list. I will give Cane's C tier because while they don't season their food, it is cooked perfectly.
It's cooked
every
perfectly.
time.
Yes,
And
and the
that's why-
fry's
that's why
not
it deserves
overdone
C-
either, and it's not greasy.
That's why it deserves C tier. It's cooked well.
Yeah,
Just needs some
that's
seasoning.
it.
Just,
Kyle,
just dude, if
it's
sold
cooked
separate,
there's also
Well-
there's also absolutely no variety
yeah, but
at the restaurant.
reason you don't have to
Cane sauce is so good. Oh, I'm sorry. Salt and pepper is. It's really not that.
Yeah,
Oh, and
salt and
they
pepper's
put a little
pretty good, though.
mustard
Yeah,
or
I am
mayonnaise and
the-
ketchup. Thousand
I am
Island.
the biggest proponent of if you bring up the sauce, your chicken is automatically not, or your food, whatever, is automatically just not good. If it needs sauce, why isn't it just on it by default?
Yeah,
Two thumbs
same-
down.
yeah,
technically
thing
you could
with
take the sauce to
Chick-fil-A.
other places. It's true. So it's like, well, the sauce is really good. It's like, but what if I just take the sauce from Cane's and bring it to like Popeyes? It's like, now
Yeah.
what?
Like, I'm out here like, hey man, Chick-fil-A's not that good, and people are like, but the sauce, and I'm like, the sauce doesn't come on the sandwiches by default. The sandwich just isn't good. If I have
Also,
to
I don't
add
wanna
the
be
sauce
that-
myself, it's whack.
I don't want to be that guy. I'm a very when it comes to chicken, I like barbecue and ranch. It's very simple. Chick-fil-A's at least barbecue and ranch. I'd rather have other barbecues, and the ranch is. I mean,
Yo,
it's ranch.
Let's be honest. I like if you're going for
nothing.
like store bought masterpiece barbecue sauce. It's all you need. It's all you need.
About to do an entirely different tier list right now. Not even
Yeah.
Vegas,
Oh,
by the way.
act-
So,
Chicken
la-
season,
yeah,
actually.
last
Let's
last
go
tier,
right now.
Dipping sauce.
last tier
Yeah.
D tier,
Down dog shit. Yeah. that-
just
Dog
like
shit.
we were at, just like me and a bunch
all
of
the
people were at the
visitors in
casino.
Vegas are down dog shit.
So, as you can see,
I went
there is
even.
no F tier.
That is the experience.
There's no F tier. I didn't put an F tier simply due to the fact that if you're with the right people, none of it's bad. Like none of it's terrible. If you have the right people, you can make anything fun. So to your own discretion, right? But the first thing I want to start off with the great debate going to Vegas: Airbnb or hotel. So those are the first two we have on there.
Airbnb.
Airbnb.
This is tough. In
Th-
my
so
opinion. This is
so
tough.
first off, which one is better? Now here's what I'll say: if you are with a small group of people, like let's say you're there with like you're a small family, like you want to go with your girlfriend, your wife, I don't know, maybe like a friend or like you kids or something. I think a hotel is perfectly fine. I do. I think a hotel is fine. But if you're going to do anything with a slightly bigger group, money-wise and general activity-wise, Airbnb is significantly better. Granted, it can vary, but it's the same thing. Hotels can vary. You can go to the MGM Grand. You can go to a Holiday Inn. It's all in perspective of how you kind of want to do it. But me personally, I think Airbnb definitely clears hotels when it comes to like a general trip for a long period of time going to Vegas.
Also, if you guys want pro tips on Airbnb,
have to disagree.
All right.
Yeah, I have to. I mean, I agree with your sentiment towards like, small group hotels, large group Airbnbs. You kind of can't really beat like, the amount of people you can pack into a good Airbnb. 12, 13 people. Airbnb makes sense, but like,
yeah.
The hotel I stayed at earlier this year when I went to Vegas was basically like staying in a nice like 1-bedroom apartment.
That sounds nice.
And I was like, this is actually fantastic. I'll do this again every time I come to Vegas, even if we go with a large group of people. It's just kind of nice. I like it. I had a nice king-size bed, a good shower, had like a big jacuzzi tub. There's a decent kitchen. It had a living room space even, a nice TV out there and everything. I was like,
That's
is
nice.
This
Actually,
is cool.
I'd take a
This
living
is-
room.
This is a big vibe.
I noticed
like,
The
when you're doing
question- yeah, go for
Airbnbs
it.
though, like if you want to go from like good to like excellent, obviously, but I've noticed if you go above 4.7, you actually get into like awesome tier Airbnbs. So if you're filtering, go to the ones that have a lot of reviews, but make sure they're like a 4.8 minimum. And
Yeah, try to-
you'll see the difference. The ambiance is better. The cleanliness is better. They're more prepped. They're more stocked.
And if you
It's
can,
the scenery's
try to
usually better.
try to find a place where like the furniture inside looks like somebody actually like lived there, not like it's messed up, but where the furniture doesn't look like it was bought off like Amazon Prime the day before,
Yeah, actually.
because
IKEA
those
furniture.
Airbnbs are even nicer
Yeah, it's true.
for like the long run. 'Cause they weren't like properties that seemed like they were bought out just to be Airbnbs, you know?
Yeah. All right,
So what do you think then, Anthony?
I think when you like get them down and like you know what you're looking for, I think I put Airbnb in like S tier cost and everything. Like, yeah.
Okay.
What
So
about you?
and then, well, I would personally do that. The question is, where are hotels in respect to Airbnbs? Because the thing is, like,
B tier?
we can go with the idea, like what Kyle said is true. But again, I have a question for the hotel that you stayed at. How much was it per night?
I think it was like
That sounds like a penthouse almost.
it
Not exactly a
was-
penthouse, but like.
It was like a
suite?
I can't remember the
Yeah,
name of the hotel.
the
It
problem
was-
with
yeah, it was
suite is
kinda
like
a-
they'll use that for anything.
They really.
Yeah, it was kind of like a gated community.
Hotel?
The hotel property like kind of acted like a gated community.
Yeah,
So-
people get villas like hotel villas.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
okay.
you're like you're
So
in the hotel
it was one of
property,
those.
like their land,
Yeah.
but you're
Yeah,
like
and-
completely separate.
Okay. Yeah,
It had, like,
I've
all
stayed at
sorts of
places
extra
like that.
Stuff. Like it had like a basketball court. There's mini golf.
Basketball S tier.
They had a I know, right? They had a
Yeah.
there's like they had a breakfast, lunch, and dinner like food truck. They had a little like convenience store that had a Starbucks in it. Like it was a cool little spot. Honestly, looking at this, Airbnbs being in very demure is crazy to me. Cause like even though like I enjoyed our trip, I enjoyed the Airbnb.
That
place was
Airbnb
kinda-
that we stayed at was not demure.
Oh
Yeah, that
no.
one was very not demure.
It was not
No,
demure.
no.
It wasn't
like,
terrible, but it was
Airbnbs
not demure.
in general, the idea. Yeah, I would put in S tier.
I think Airbnbs could be like a great time because like it's definitely fun to stay in like a big house with a bunch of the homies.
Okay. What would you do
But-
for hotels?
Yeah, I
mean,
think
hotels
hotels on average, I think.
are probably pretty bueno.
Yeah. So I think hotels in general are better than Airbnbs when you're traveling, but just going to Vegas, it's just like, I feel like with the Airbnbs you can separate one of the things I value is the ability to be separate from like the masses, because like there's a chance when you're staying at hotels in Vegas, like the people next to you or below you or above you can be absolutely wilding out.
Yeah, you have no
And
control.
There's nothing you can really do about it. You could complain about it, and then it could turn into like this whole thing. I like being separate and not having to worry about bothering other people too.
Yeah.
And again, I will say this: I've stayed in some very nice hotels traveling, especially when I was little. My mom was we were going places and traveling, like on the East Coast and Hawaii and all these other places. Hotels clear on average. If you're going anywhere else, you gotta go to a hotel. Like I've been to like a ton of Hiltons. I've been to like Marriott's. I've been to like a bunch of these places, like DoubleTrees. They're fantastic. When it comes though, Vegas is the only place really, unless there's other ones I don't know about, where I think Airbnb is just, not only is it cheaper than a lot of hotels on average per night, but I think you have an easier time finding an Airbnb that fits what you want, and it's nicer for that as opposed to a hotel. But it sounds like the hotel that you stayed at, Kyle, was like,
I'm gonna need to see these.
yeah, that's like like you said, there's like a villa. Like,
Yeah.
I know it's definitely not on the Strip then, right? Or like, where is
No,
it?
it was like maybe like 10 minutes away from the Strip.
Okay.
We were pretty close. And that one I found. How did I find? I found that one on accident. I was just like looking through some deals that I had, and I saw it, and I was just like, "Yo, this looks nice." And I was just like, "Okay," because it had kind of a bit of everything I wanted. And then like looking at other hotels, like that is, I think the thing about Vegas, like yeah, a lot of the hotels are pretty expensive, but I only stayed for like, I think it was like 3-4 nights. So it's just like for staying only for 3-4 nights, trying to look for Airbnbs, it was just like the pricing was basically the same.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, I'm gonna go hotel because I don't have to worry about like weird Airbnb rules or
Yeah.
breaking something and like.
It is nice to
them
know
getting
that some of the
weird
hotel
about
costs
it.
have come down as
Mhm.
well.
Like,
They definitely did for
I
the
don't even think
freaking
it's-
for the
I was-
Treasure Island where we stayed.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah,
I don't even think
beat
it's just
beat
that,
our
like,
ass.
hotel costs have
One
come
room.
down either. It's just Airbnb prices have gone up because, the company has had so much like flack over the years for just owners
Yeah.
being weird.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
Dude, Treasure Island beat our ass. Beat Seth
much
and
was
Matthew's
it?
ass when it came to the per night. I was like, bro, we're in a 2-bed hotel room, and you're telling me that it's only $200 off from our is able to have 12 or more people stay in an Airbnb. I'm like, that is crazy. 2-bedroom,
think-
two
I think, like,
beds.
Airbnbs are also better if you're planning to go like
2-bedroom
for
or
a week
2-bedroom.
more.
2-bed,
Two
bed.
A room with 2 beds.
A room
Yeah,
with
a
2
room
beds.
with-
Yeah, okay. There's no divisional
Yeah.
walls in there. Okay, I'm just
No.
trying to get that
It was,
concept
it
down.
was- and also
mean-
they needed to do like an initial deposit, security deposit, because
You
it's
need a divisional wall between homies.
a down payment and interest rate.
Yeah, exactly. You had to check your
a
credit
balloon
score.
loan or
Yeah.
whatever.
I would say then in the end, Kyle does have a point. If we're looking at all levels of Airbnbs and all levels of hotels, Airbnb should probably move down to a great time.
All right, what do we have next?
Um,
What do we got?
so I'm nearsighted. That one, I'm just gonna get up. You guys are gonna get to see me get up right now.
I think that's a strip.
My favorite site.
What are the what are the 4 of them?
So, those are attractions, like interactive attractions.
Oh, that's
Attractions.
that's what it looked like. I was just like, I don't remember the picture.
Yeah, so right here we have attractions. So like Area 15, if you haven't heard of it, it's a cool place that has a bunch of little interactive things you can do while you're there.
It's by Meow Wolf.
So it is, yeah, it's exactly. They are not shows are on here as well. I'm counting them as a different thing because again, it's not interactive. But like there's like random like VR stuff you can do.
Blue Man Group.
So not shows.
Oh, not shows.
Not
like,
shows, 'cause
just
they're not
attractions.
interactive.
Nachos.
Oh, okay. I mean, there's the random roller coasters here.
Yeah, there's like
Yeah.
there's like those kinds of things. I think when it comes to Vegas, like there's a bunch of random things that you can like show up and see and do. Like,
Bellagio Fountain is technically an attraction.
yeah, it's a show. Yeah, it's a show also.
It's nice.
So like, I think that if you have these potential things, like maybe like even tours or like we didn't do the gun range or anything, but like that's a thing that you can do. It's a attraction that you can pay for in its event or whatever you want to call it. That's just what I'm calling them, interactive attractions. I think when you're going to Vegas, if you plan them out or try to find certain ones, I personally think that they are a good time, especially if your group's willing to actually go do them. We didn't actually hit up early any this past one, but in the previous times
we had a lot
went.
of focused gamblers.
Yeah.
And I was there not trying to gamble.
Hey,
I was
hey,
too busy
just
backing into a
remember-
garage when I was supposed to be in a pool.
Remember, guys. Remember. Every gambler quits right before they hit it big.
True.
You're
Yeah.
not, 99%, 99% of the time.
It's true.
99% of the time.
Yeah. So, what would you guys say for attractions or interactive attractions, stuff like that?
I'm really like, I think the Meow Wolf thing's cool. It's not huge for me, just personal preference. C tier, I think, for attractions.
And so Canes.
Shows, yeah.
So we
It's
have
in
Canes.
Canes tier, yeah. I'm more of a shows guy. Even if like, even the shows feel a little bit not polished in some sense. There's aspects of the shows that are really, really nice.
Okay. I mean,
So I'm more of a shows guy, so for me it's a C tier.
okay. Kyle, what do you think?
I can agree C tier. Yeah, I mean, I think depending, I'd rather go to like a show. But one of the things that I did want us to look for that a couple of the fellows and I were talking about, we wanted to go find like a little
Hoover Dam?
yeah arcade spot.
Okay.
And like see if we could like catch some just random Vegas people and like run I don't know, run sets in like Street Fighter or Tekken or something.
Oh,
I would
okay.
assume Vegas has a spot like that because like Evo and all that.
Oh yeah, there were like arcade lounges and stuff like that, like game lounges.
Yeah, like the
And, like, we
locals
pop-
gaming scene is way bigger.
Mm.
We popped in. Oh, when we were at on our Costco trip, one of the guys mentioned for us like there was some local going on in the area,
Oh yeah.
which we completely forgot about. At least I forgot about till literally right now. But I thought that would be kind of cool. But like, I think like I've never been to like Area 15. I don't really know what's there. And I feel like if I'm traveling, I want to go for like some unique experiences. So maybe Area 15 is one of those. But like if we went, we were like, hey, we're gonna go to like K1. I'd be like, yeah, I'm down. K1's fun. I have a
What
good
about
time.
whole battle
Kart
box?
racing.
That's that's kind of a show, unless you're.
Alright. Yeah, BattleBots was cool. But it's one of the like the big downside is that it's one of those shows that they do like daily.
Mhm.
So
Interesting.
while they have like bots from like previous BattleBots history as like they've built multiple of them so that if one of them gets like too busted up during a fight, they could just pop out a new one the next day while they fix the other one. That's cool, so that everybody gets to experience that, but that's also the downside because you could tell like the pilots were like not really trying to go for like maximum chaos and destruction.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you
they're not
kind of
competing.
get like a little, you get like a little discounted fight. But I recommend doing it like kind of once to see if like it's something you're into, and then if it is something you're into, maybe try to catch like the big BattleBots like actual major event tour that they do. I think they do it yearly. I've been trying to like remember to actually look for tickets for that because I want to check out a big one. I want to see somebody's bot get like split in half and just actually like smashed through one of the freaking like rotating saw blades or something because it seems really cool.
That'd be funny.
Yeah.
But
Is the next one?
they're
So
fun.
yeah, I wouldn't go any higher than Bueno for the interactive stuff. So Kane's
two Kanes.
tier is fine.
Canes, yeah, I think Canes is a solid spot.
Yeah. So the next one, just because we did it at the Airbnb, we have boxing.
Dude,
Each
boxing-
your other people,
Very-
you fighting
very
other people.
demure. Very
Boxing was
demure.
great.
Yeah, boxing was great. You know, there were a lot of people that were like, I don't know if I want to do the boxing, but you know, people seeing people punching each other, they go, oh, I want to punch people too. And then, you know, it turns out everybody is very civil.
And I'm a big guy that doesn't want to get hit in the face forever. And like I love it. It's
So
actually really
Official-
In a
it's
later-
not as bad as it seems.
In a later
official Kyle,
trip break.
endorsement, fist fight your friends.
Yes.
Actually,
Yeah, fist fight your
Actually,
friends.
Fist fight your friends.
but wear safety gear, please. Don't be a
Respect-
degenerate.
Or don't.
And responsibly. Yeah, or don't. You know, we can't tell you what to do.
We had the headgear, we had gloves. It was a good time.
Yeah.
Me and Jay are
Yeah.
about similar, like height and weight.
Mm-hmm.
Good height, like of the whole group, we're probably the most similar for those things. So it's really nice to like get in there and like test out the
Yeah.
combos, find the pockets. Like it's
Yeah,
fun.
it's nice little sparring stuff. So very demure
Yeah.
is what it came out
Very
to.
mindful.
We have some footage of some of the little sparring things that went on. That'll come in we'll have a kind of trip analysis video that we will work on soon to try to get that out to you guys because there's just a lot to go over. Don't want to do it all in one session.
Boxing,
so.
it's a great time.
Yeah, very demure. We're gonna put that in very demure.
Oh, it's going into Demure?
Sure.
Oh, I'm down.
Yeah.
Very demure.
That
very-
actually brought the group together too.
Yeah. So the next one I believe is a picture of a buffet. So just food in Vegas. Food in
Look,
Vegas
you
in
should
general.
be able to find everything in Vegas, good and bad. And if you want a $6 steak, go to the Golden Nugget. They have a 24-hour $6.99 crap steak that looks depressed, but you can get it in a cup of coffee for under $10.
You know what?
Tip your
Next time-
waitress.
Next time we go, Anthony, we have to try it.
Oh no, I don't
We
want
have
food
to.
poison. I'll order
We
it.
have to
I won't
try
eat it. I'll make Shannon eat it because he doesn't have taste. But
We
Oh
will
my
order one. We'll each take a single bite. How does that sound?
all right, I don't have to
What's the
swallow
cost?
it, but yeah, I'll take a bite. Yeah, sure.
No, you don't have to swallow it, but you do have to like chew it thoroughly.
Okay.
Okay.
So in
Gotta really get
general
some of that
though,
flavor.
Vegas is known for buffets. That's why I put the picture up there is of a
Right,
buffet.
right.
But personally, when I go there, I like to try to eat in more of the specialty stuff, even though don't end up eating that stuff all the time.
Yeah, like Cane's.
Yeah, Cane's.
Dave's.
Dave's hot chicken.
Dave's.
Bro.
I
Yeah,
used to
have
love
it.
Dave's. It's not there for me.
Big
Sorry.
Dave's fan around here.
So, went to a bunch of random little local spots and hole in the walls. And especially in the early portion of the trip when I was there with the small elite task force. We had some really random food that was really good again from local places, and it actually hit. Like every single place I went to eat on this trip was great. And I think again, going to the whole like there's a bunch of stuff you can get from wherever. I also follow a guy on Instagram that like goes over and views a bunch of places in Vegas. If you have bad food in Vegas, honestly, for the most part, it kind of is going to come down to like
Research.
use researching. There's great food everywhere. Like
There
you go to
is.
White Castle, you're gonna get White Castle. I don't know what to say. I hate
White Castle,
by the
do
way.
not sponsor us. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. I don't want anything to do with you. I want you to shit post me.
That White
Now,
Castle on
Habit.
Fremont Street is ass.
The Habit, on the other hand.
The Habit. I want the Habit Shakes to sponsor me. Sponsor this
Only
podcast.
sponsored by the Shakes.
I will say both times I went to the Habit on the trip. Once was in California, once was in Vegas.
Yeah.
The Vegas one was actually pretty good. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was- it
I
was
stopped
good.
when I got to Vegas. I was like, how funny would it be if I bought everybody shakes? So I bought like 5 or 6 shakes
Yes, sir.
because I already had mine
appreciated
on the way
Oh.
through the. It was a good. Jay had 3 shakes in less than
Bro,
24
people
hours.
giving me
that.
shakes.
It was delicious.
Shake that up.
they were all melted
They were all melted.
by the time they got to
Just
me.
pop it in
Yeah.
the freezer for a
Oh
little
my
bit. It'll be fine.
It was so good.
So-
Yeah, food in Vegas. Honestly,
I-
very demure or a great time.
Yeah,
There's no
I think
excuse.
that's
Yeah.
the kind of determining factor because
Even after hitting a garage, the place I actually ended up going to, it was really good. Mike enjoyed
Yeah, it was
it.
actually. I had a really good breakfast burrito from there.
You did get a break. Yeah.
I think at least this past experience and then in general, very demure. If you do no research and you just listen to anyone who's just talking to you on the street trying to get you like advertising for
Down
things.
dog shit.
Like it can vary, but on average, if you just put the minimum amount of brain power into it, it
Yep.
should be very demure.
Yelp,
there
filter,
are so many
5-star
good places to eat
filter.
at in Vegas.
If you know anybody in your personal life or maybe a coworker, whatever, who's from Vegas, bro, just ask them for recommendations. They'll recommend you the most randomly named restaurants, and if you go there, I promise you'll at least have like a good meal.
Yeah.
Maybe the best meal you've ever had in your life. I don't know.
And don't
Like the recommendations that we got before the trip, I went to a couple of the places. All of them were good.
And don't be shocked either. The minimum working age in Vegas is like 2 years younger than California. So I think it's like 13 or 14 you can get a job. So if you're like, why is this kid in this shop? If it's like a mom and pop, like they're most likely allowed to be
Bro,
there,
he's
and they're
just trying to
paid
make
hourly.
He's trying to make his money so he can hit the craps table later.
That's what-
Exactly.
You know?
Put it
Yeah,
all on
Give him a
black.
good tip.
Speaking of the craps table, up next we do have gambling. Gambling. The old
All right, the idea of gambling.
luck be a lady
Yeah, I was like,
tonight.
the idea of
Guys-
gambling is a
guys and
good
dolls.
time.
Yeah.
Luck be a lady.
Yep. Yeah, you hit that Frank Sinatra, aka / Marlon Brando. Gambling. You know, me and my small elite task force, we did a lot of gambling, and I'll tell you this: it is a time. It's gambling. Gambling is like accelerated, like what it's like to like
It was
be
the
alive.
it
you
was
know?
one of the events of all time.
There's high, there's ups, there's downs, and then there's the in betweens. You know, hey, we gotta celebrate it. That's life, you know, and gambling reflects that. Sometimes you put 5 on midnight and you hit, and the other times you put
I hit the
$200 on black.
I
and-
hit Snake Eyes 3 times in a row. I was a villain.
Yeah.
And I still did not go up that.
Yeah.
night.
In fact, I think for the whole trip, if I actually stuck with craps, I would have been like even, but I got fucked at the blackjack table. I don't know what I was thinking, but
After that first night I was there and I gambled and I was like, yo, I'm gonna go play craps. Hopped in, lost $100 in less than 5 minutes. I was just like, I ain't playing this shit. Get me out of here.
It seems like you really just got to go to like the
Every
cheap
time I was-
craps table with
every
like
time I was-
$1,200, but I don't want to put that kind of commitment.
every
out
time I was
there.
up at the craps table and I went to blackjack, I ended up losing the money, and then I would go back to craps and then lose a little bit more, and I'm like, dang it.
See,
I'm the
if
king
some
of
people-
$100 in $100 gambling sessions in Vegas. Like, I'll make the most. I just went even. It was a rough even, but I went even.
If some
Shout out to
people-
Kyle.
Fun
for
fact:
lending
everybody
100.
lost on this trip.
Yeah.
Except Electric Man, and he didn't even bet it himself. It was me.
You know-
He
you
sent
know
me
who
$200 and I bet it on black. He won. I was like, "What do you want to do with
Yeah.
it?" He said, "Oh,
Yeah.
that's
I went,
fine."
I
That's it.
went even.
He made the
I want that
smartest
on the record.
decision.
Don't-
I didn't go down.
Electric
Alright.
made the smartest decision. You know who made the dumbest decision? Our good friend, the Montalian Stallion.
Oh,
He didn't listen to
no.
my gambling advice once. He did not listen to it once, and that's why he went down dog shit.
I shouldn't have played blackjack. I just shouldn't. have
Blackjack
played
brought me
blackjack.
up.
Blackjack, dude. Other than that one time where I hit that streak at the end of the night, I was like, all right, that's good. I should have stopped. That was it. All right. Moral of the story is we have a lot of feelings and stuff with gambling. Gambling, I think
Canes for
I
this.
I was gonna say
This
I
year.
think it's bueno.
I think gambling overall is a good time.
Oh, yeah, okay. Overall, yeah.
Bueno.
Gambling
It's
overall
bueno.
is in my
This
opinion,
trip, Canes.
Yeah, it was a Canes for the
It was a
actual
forgettable
winning.
session.
But you know, it's okay to lose money as long as you were planning on being fine losing that money. Don't go in and dip into your savings and life savings to gamble. Don't do that.
Put the deed on your
gamble
Wait,
responsibly.
I
Put the
wasn't
deed on your
supposed to do
summer
that?
home on the table.
Nobody told me I wasn't supposed to do that. I got some like really good financial advice from the
Sharky's
dealer
Lending
when I walked
Services?
in, and I was like, "Yeah, how much money should I put in?" He was like, "You have a life savings." And I was like, "Yeah," and he just said, "Put all of it on black." And I was like, "You're right." I'm not gonna say what happened, but you know,
But I scheduled a therapist.
Yeah,
my
schedule
car's
therapist.
I was like, the inside of my car is looking nice this time of year, you know.
Hey yo.
Homie, even.
So yeah, I would say bueno at least. Like especially again the right people. Gambling is good if you're responsible.
Gambling is
If
100%
you
a
are-
social activity. That's it.
If you are
That's
getting
it.
if you are getting mad to the point in which you leave the casino and you are mad for the rest of the day and the night about your gambling,
You're doing it right.
you as far as the casino is concerned, you're doing it right. Yeah, that's fair.
You got the dealers going out there like, he gave me $5 every hand.
Yeah, so I think I think it's good. Just do it responsibly. It's a good time. Just don't be dumb. Have money set aside.
What the heck is this next one?
So the next one is just something that was put in as a request. Leaving the casino.
Oh,
This is representative of leaving the casino.
this one might be very
I will
demure.
say, this was at my request. I will add, and the reason is it's very demure. There's nothing that feels better
It's so demure.
than leaving the casino after
You
been
get
gambling.
all the colors of the rainbow
Yeah.
when you leave the
Whether-
casino.
yeah,
casino.
Whether you're up or you're down, just know you made the right choice by leaving.
Yes. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
That's actually a really good point.
It is literally, that is the perfect argument. Leaving the casino is S tier for sure. You can't go wrong with leaving the casino. So
like
100%.
staring off.
You also get to
Just
do
remember
other
when
things
you
when you leave
leave.
the casino.
Yeah. Remember though, when you leave, that 99% of all gamblers quit right before they hit it big.
Actually,
it's true.
Actually,
Remember that.
it might be the best feeling to leave, but you're statistically doing yourself a disservice.
Yeah. So the next one is shows. And it could be any kind of shows, fountain shows, Caesar's Palace, the statue shows.
I think it's a great time.
Cirque du Soleil.
I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah.
I think
Sorry,
it's a great
sorry,
time.
I get
agree
No,
with that.
you're good. You're good. Me personally, I would already just say it's very demure. Very mindful. They're S tier. Like that's like a whole thing that Vegas is founded on are the shows. Honestly,
yeah.
all the ones that we've been to, they've been great for the most part.
I think like there's all kinds of Cirque du Soleils that you can see, from like Michael Jackson to like nature to like the wilderness
The Beatles.
to the beat, like all kinds of weird stuff. All kinds of people that like dedicate their lives to like this performance craft, like gymnastics type stuff. It's really
Is
cool.
there a Cirque Beatles show?
Yes.
Yeah.
We didn't. That was the one that I was thinking about having us see this time, but you know.
Man, I didn't know that. Not that I'm a particularly big Beatles fan, and I guess I shouldn't be surprised it exists. I just didn't know it did. Huh.
There's
Yeah.
like an Amazonian one I really want to see.
there's a couple that are like, there's Mystique or whatever, and that
Yeah.
one is like based off of like Eastern
Yeah.
kind of Eastern story thing, and then there's like
I think it's like O.
something like
it's like
that.
water based.
Yeah, so those are good. There are other shows though, I will say. So like there's a lot of tribute acts. So if you just have a particular artist that you like that isn't really performing anymore. So there's a Prince tribute act that happens in Vegas all the time. There's Temptation reviews and like stuff like
Elvis,
that. Yeah.
good ones.
There's a ton of Elvis.
Dude, okay, I will put this out there. Especially while they're still performing, go see Penn and Teller. They are funny. They're some of the best magicians in the world. And just, it's worth every cent, in my opinion. I've gone twice. They do not disappoint. They change up every show. They have all kinds of jokes. They give you little knickknacks and stuff. It's great. It's a great show.
Yeah. Again, comedians, magicians,
Yeah.
general people dancing,
Or
doing other stuff.
Puff the Magic, or what's his name? Something the Little Dragon.
Yeah, Carrot Top was there years and years ago.
He still is.
Oh, is he still there?
He's still there. Yeah.
He's still there. I'll say
Yeah.
from a different perspective.
No, it's Piff the Dragon or
I'll say,
something. He's funny.
I'll say shows are definitely a great time.
Shinlim.
In my opinion, I don't think they could go any higher just because, like, some of the shows, like, you know, Penn and Teller are more of a unique act. They have a lot of material throughout the years. They have a lot of different things that they can do.
Yeah.
But, like, some of the, like, Cirque shows, it's kind of like, once you've seen the Michael Jackson one, you've seen it. It doesn't change.
It's true.
So if you go see it again, you're kind of spending, like, a good chunk of money to just go watch the same show. And if like you enjoyed it that much, by all means, man, like support them. They do good work. It was very good when we went last year. But yeah, like there are a lot of shows that's like once you've seen it once, seen it a million times, spend your money on something else.
Go around.
Try something different.
Yeah, taste it
I guess.
all. You know.
Yeah.
What's that? Yeah.
But they are pricey. Some of them
Yeah,
are
they
pretty
can.
pricey. So
Minimum
keep
$100.
that in mind.
Yeah.
Minimum. If you want to get into the sphere.
That's a horn bet.
Yeah.
That's a whole horn bet.
That's one bet on black. You know, you could just double your money right there.
Yeah.
When
Yeah,
I got
come
this
on.
goon putting $100 on the horn, which he does not do,
No, I did.
I'll be leaving the casino. You did?
I did put 100 on the horn. I told you we were a small elite task force.
Very, very elite.
Very elite. I was like, I'm down to my last 100. I'm putting it on the horn. The guy rolled like a 5. I was like, dang it.
I mean, it is the most common.
It's the most commonly rolled number.
It is. I should have known
Which is
better.
definitely
Rolled
not
number.
true. Don't take that advice.
So, I guess it comes down for the shows.
Very demure.
It's true. Kyle does have a point. I think for the first time seeing a majority of shows, I would say very demure. But again, you can't see a lot of these. Well, again, and then even factoring in, I was going to say Bruno Mars is performing like right now in Vegas.
Oh yeah, it is
So
right now.
that's a show like we saw Eptic, and it's like those are technically concerts / shows.
Yeah.
Whatever, they're basically similar.
A lot of residents.
There's usually
Yeah,
some kind of
lot of
show that you
residency.
can see that's in town. There are either people touring or just happen to be in there deciding they want to do a show. So I would say on average the show's quality and entertainment value is very demure. So you're usually paying a good amount of money, but the production and stuff is really good. Or you're paying nothing and you're just kind of, looking at some of the strip stuff and they're good. So I would personally put it very demure, but it could be at the bottom. It's fine. If we're going to put anything at the top, though, it's probably leaving the casino. But
You mean the bottom of very demure? Is that what you're saying?
yeah, you can put it at the end.
When
If
he
we're-
says
then
bottom,
we could say roughly ordered tier list.
I'm curious, Mark. Do we have chat popping off? I'm just curious. Is there any chat popping offers?
Not really.
No, we're chilling today. All right, they're relaxing. They're on vacation. It's summertime. What else we got?
So up next, this is the Grand Canyon. Have sightseeing, and I'm saying sightseeing as a kind of loose term. So as in like, you know, there's those colored rocks. Can't remember what they are. There's like the Las Vegas sign. There's the Grand Canyon that's within driving distance. There's the Hoover Dam that's
red
within
rocks?
driving distance. I don't think
I'm
it's
gonna.
so. So the thing about it, I was gonna say, is like usually when you go to Vegas and you get given an
Oh,
itinerary.
the 7 mountains or something.
Yeah, like you give an itinerary, they'll be like, "Oh, here's places for you to sightsee." So this is kind of the one that I was saying.
They're like the 7 mystical mountains or something. Or
Yeah,
7
something like that.
Yeah.
And then so just going and generally seeing certain things, like I guess you could say even the strip itself is a sightseeing location, like just looking out at it or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard opinion right now. It's Kane's tier.
I did a lot of hiking out there, like 7 or 8 years ago, and I don't know what it is, man, but like being in that heat, because I was like born there. I don't know if that's something that has to do with it, but it feels like home. Like it's very soothing for me. We went hiking in the middle of the day in the desert, like noon, and we were there till like 5 p.m. And it's so beautiful. I actually would put it in like at least like bueno, like great. I would put it in a great time.
Okay. So
If you're into that kind of outdoorsy stuff,
Is hiking like sightseeing though?
I mean,
Yeah?
it is.
I
It's
feel
like an
like-
activity and
Yeah.
and sightseeing, because it's like, what do people hike for?
and an attraction.
Because I was gonna say, I don't know. I think
Is it
of
attractive?
sightseeing, like what are the major things around like Vegas and Nevada to
Oh,
go
like
see specifically? You know, like
The
stuff
world's
like,
smallest
the
wedding
Strip.
chapel.
Yeah, the Strip, world's smallest wedding chapel. You know, walking Fremont Street, or something like that.
Yeah, the signs.
You know,
Again,
going to
like
check out the Sphere.
yeah, the Sphere, Grand Canyon,
I would say
Hoover
great
Dam.
times then. Even then.
Even though it's, again, technically Hoover Dam and Grand Canyon aren't there, but they're within driving distance that they always push and recommend. So I just count them.
Plus, there is a lot of off-roading stuff too. It's just like we weren't doing that.
Yeah, there's like the abandoned towns on like the highways and stuff like that. I guess again, this is all like relative Vegas experience sightseeing. I think with all of that being said, I haven't been to the Grand Canyon in a while, but it was like cool when I went. I think I'm okay with settling on Bueno. Since you're saying a great time and Kyle's saying Canes, I'm fine with putting it in between and just saying Bueno.
Let's go bueno. Should we speed do the next two?
Yeah, we
Should we
go
just
ahead and do
rattle them
it.
off?
So
Let's-
the next one's very straightforward. It's swimming. Being in a
Very
body of
demure.
water in Vegas.
Very, very demure.
Absolutely
That's my
very
opinion.
demure.
I have nothing I need to
I
add to
think
that.
one of my
Dave
favorite
already said
nights
my
was
entire point.
Us chilling by the pool. Straight up.
So you can have a really good pool. You can have a
And
not
we didn't
as
do
great
anything.
pool.
We're just
you
chilling.
You can even be in a hotel. Just be careful of the changing colors in the water and it being dirty. Don't let it get in your mouth. But swimming in a lot of these places in Vegas
It
is
has
really
the
nice.
best flavor.
Yeah, it's the best. They're my
Yeah,
favorite.
regular pool flavor so boring.
Lemonade.
I know.
But yeah,
fun
swimming,
stuff.
just great. If you're in Vegas and you know how to swim, or even if you don't, if you want to just dip yourself, like in the pool or whatever, it's refreshing. It's nice. Put
nice
sunscreen on though.
soak.
Protect yourself.
Is this just
Unless he doesn't want
is
to.
this
God,
Vegas
everybody, please
nightlife?
put on sunscreen.
No. So the last one though that we have is just the Strip, walking the Strip. Just the general experience
If
of
you can get
anything
over
from walking the
complaining
Strip.
about the heat, if you can find that in you, I think the Strip's awesome. There are a bunch of free museums that you can walk through and art exhibits that they're open all day and even late at night. You can walk through all kinds of malls, luxury malls, all this stuff. It's literally all connected. It's all interconnected. There's 2 levels. There's street level and then there's like a second floor. So you have 2 levels of malls, all through different types of hotels. It blends into the Bellagio. It blends into art walks. It blends into restaurants. It what you can get can be an S tier experience. It's Vegas. It's hot. It's a little uncomfortable. You get a very hot wind down the center of the Strip. Sometimes
Plus,
that's
there's
annoying.
always-
I could see
if you're-
people
if
being
you're
like,
not a-
bueno.
If you're not a people person,
I'd say it's a great time.
then yeah, there's always a ton of people. That
There
you
is a
gotta,
ton of people.
Skirt by doing all sorts of random stuff.
It makes
I
me
say
uncomfortable
bueno.
when there's all that almost nudity, but it's like Vegas. I expect it. It just makes me uncomfortable.
But I'd say it's bueno because it's like even without trying to deal with the heat, it's like, yeah, you are walking in and out of a lot of places, and every place in Vegas has really good air conditioning, so you're beating the heat for the most part.
You're getting
Literally.
a hot and cold every.
Yeah, you're getting hot and cold flashes. You might get sick.
They put those like mist machines.
Yeah.
As like a little canopy, that would be nice on the whole strip thing. Like,
So there's two different strips. There's the new Vegas and then there's old Vegas. So there's Fremont and there's the new strip. I'm gonna say they both are their own kind of experience. The new strip, of course, is a little nicer. Like a little. It's bigger. It's nicer.
it kind of feels like New York City.
Yeah,
the way they
it's
have
more
it set up now.
Yeah, it's more like commercialized. I would
Huge
say
LED screens, like all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, so it's cool to walk around, and then Fremont is more of like the gritty, I want
Dungeon.
to say like true Vegas experience. Like you're getting in there with like the crowd, and you're gonna get harassed by people wanting you to take pictures with them and charge you $40 for it. But that's part of the whole Vegas experience, baby. So I think I would say again, I would
Red Light
agree.
District.
I would agree. I would say it's bueno. It's definitely something to experience. Again, if you don't like crowds, you aren't like a big people person, it's gonna be down dog shit.
Yeah, I'd say just honestly, if you don't like crowds, just don't go to Vegas.
Yeah, don't actually. That's a great
or
point.
New York.
Just don't go to
Or
Vegas.
LA.
Yeah. No, you could go to LA because there's a lot more places in LA that I think
You're
could get
saying
away
LA
from
like
people.
LA. I'm saying
I'm saying-
don't go to Bunker Hill.
Yeah, don't go to
Don't go
gonna say
to
something
traffic 405 at 3 p.m.
Yeah, but I mean LA as a whole, there's a lot to do in LA.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas Vegas, there's a lot to do in Vegas, but there's the main focal points are
There's a lot to drink in
always
Vegas.
busy. They're always busy. So
Yeah.
yeah, if you're not a big people person, and you want to gamble and stuff like that, go gambling at 10 in the morning or something.
Yeah, we're just off the strip.
Probably, yeah, or off the strip.
You can literally gamble at a grocery store. It's insane.
Yeah, I mean the payouts aren't that great, but
Well, if you leave, they aren't.
Yeah. So I guess
You're right,
we're thinking at bare minimum bueno.
Bueno.
Yeah.
Bueno.
I'd say bueno.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and put walking the strip in bueno. So we don't have actually anything in down dog shit, and honestly, I don't want to do we need to put something in there.
Other than our wallets.
Yeah, I should have a picture of a wallet down dog shit.
Just put the group photo down there.
Picture of us in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have put saving money. Oh well, but
There you go.
yeah, you're definitely not saving money.
Yeah.
You're gonna be down dog shit. The shows are expensive. The food can be expensive. Gambling is expensive. Existing is expensive in Vegas, but it's a good time. Just going with the right people.
You can legit
So-
stretch $1,000 for an entire trip.
Yeah.
It's actually insane. For a week, you can do that.
So again,
$2,000 on that trip.
You can spend 10.
so reference and very demure. We have leaving the casino. Yeah, very good. We have boxing. We have food. We have shows, and we have swimming. Then in there we have a great time Airbnbs.
Yep.
Results may vary. Then after that we have bueno hotels. Results may vary.
Gambling.
We have gambling, and then we also have sightseeing.
Also, results may vary.
Results are gonna vary, but the house always wins. That's the only result. So sightseeing bueno, walking the strip bueno. We have Cane's tier. We have interactive attractions, and then down dog shit. We have the proverbial your bank account
yeah, actually.
Imaginary
Just
picture.
dollars.
because it doesn't exist anymore. So that's going to be our things to do in Vegas tier list. Very comprehensive that we decided we wanted to do for you guys.
Yeah.
But this has been kind of a Vegas review podcast. Again, we want to do an analysis video or a breakdown video of some more video clips and stuff. We got to edit down certain things because
We're too drunk in some of these
Yeah,
videos.
I've been informed that maybe we shouldn't have certain things on there. So we're gonna look at that. And then we're
Through
gonna
those videos a little thoroughly, not to grossly embarrass somebody.
Yeah, so we're gonna do a recap for you guys at some point in the future, and we have a short skit that we will be dropping by the end of this weekend. So
I think you guys will really like this skit too.
yeah, so look forward to that. And if you wanna take it away, I don't know. We don't really have a ending saying yet.
No,
so.
I think we'll find it. I think, yeah, well, thank you for joining us on this one. It was the fun little Vegas recap. You also got a little taste of our first Vegas episode, our first excursion out there. Just crazy time, fun time. I think it's good for everybody to get out of their comfort zone a little and do those things. Yeah, hit us up on our socials. They're all linked in the bottom. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, obviously, and TikTok. Like I said, we have the skit coming soon. You guys will really like this one, especially if you like Disney. And then other than that, yeah, we'll see you next week with the new topics and everything like that. You guys have a great weekend. Take it easy.
Yeah. It's been whatever, I guess.